recognition is stronger, and the person will know I am in a band. Actual conversation. Dude in the airport. Hey, hey, hey! Actually yelling at me and then grabbing my shoulder to get my attention. You're that guy in that band. You're in a band, right? Me, a tiny bit annoyed at being grabbed waiting in line for coffee. I am. Dude in the airport. Which band? Me. I'm in Anthrax. Dude in the airport. Nope, that's not it. I'm not really sure how to answer that, so I don't. It's not like I have a business card to prove it. Scott Ian, Anthrax. And this never happens in a record store where I could go grab a record out of the racks and show them. Then there are the people who I think are actually fans, just very confused. I've had so many people ask me over the years, aren't you the singer of Anthrax? This is so confusing to me. I look nothing like Joey Belladonna. And aren't you the bass player of Anthrax? I look nothing like Frank Bello. Those guys have flowing locks of luxurious hair, and I have a stubbly egg for a head. So no, I'm neither of those guys. And I don't take the time to explain all of that and what I actually do in the band. Remember, these conversations are usually happening when I'm catching a flight or eating dinner with my family, and it's neither the time nor the place. I know a lot of these people who have made those mistakes have probably gone home and grabbed an Anthrax record, looked at the picture on the album and said, he couldn't just tell me he was the rhythm guitar player? What a dick! No, I couldn't tell you. It's not my responsibility. And maybe don't interrupt my conversation with my son about who would win in a fight between Batman and Darth Vader. Oh, and also, I would never walk up to Steve Harris. If I need to explain who he is, you'd better stop this audiobook right now, back away slowly, go home and rethink your life choices, and say, aren't you the lead guitar player in Iron Maiden? It's not just that I get mistaken for guys in my own band either. Back in the early 2000s, there was a band from Los Angeles who got really big, and seemingly every time I got in a taxi, the driver would look at me in his rearview mirror and do a stunned double take and yell, System of a Down! To this, I would reply, yes, I am them! System of a Down are made up of 4 Armenians, and I guess there were a lot of Armenian taxi drivers in Hollywood in the early 2000s. At least this case of mistaken identity made sense because System's bass player Shavo was bald and also had an abnormal beard, so I understood. I would always go with this one because who am I to bum out the nice taxi driver? Who am I? I'm the prick, remember? I could act like a total jerk, and Shavo would get the blame. And then I see Shavo and he tells me, you know how many times people come up to me and ask if I'm Scott Ian? Oh, really? I mischievously answered. And then Shavo says, yeah, and then I act like a dick and they get pissed at you. Shavo wins. All of this pales in comparison to a story my father-in-law told me. I also don't assume everyone knows that my father-in-law is Meatloaf. So if you didn't know, now you do. He told me he was sitting in his seat on a plane, and the woman sitting next to him asked, excuse me, sir, are you Jim Morrison? This didn't happen in 1968. This was in the 1990s. Meat stared at this lady and finally said to her, yes, I am. I am Jim Morrison. That's why Meatloaf is my hero. This whole confusion bit doesn't bother me all that much. Maybe it seems like I am crabby about it, but really it's pretty funny. Being someone who people recognize walking down the street because of my band is odd and cool at the same time. And now you, dear listener, know not to call me the hurdy-gurdy player in Arcade Fire. There is something that I love about being famous, and it only happens exclusively in the worlds of hard rock and heavy metal. When I'm walking down the street and a fan will see me and yell my name or the name of my band as loud as they can, usually prefaced with or dissected by the word fucking. Example, fucking Anthrax! And Scott fucking Ian! You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you've done it. We've all yelled, Slayer! At blood-curdling volume.